right, we are back. Scott with two T's here. Scotty, two T's. You can cross it at the top or the middle. It's up to you. It's Scotty, two T's here on Wolfer's Way in Captain's Corner. It's been a while. I came out and I started, and then I got hit. With my self-thoughts. It really got to me. What did? I don't know what got to me. I started it and I started talking about things, and I was trying to figure out what direction I was going in, and what I was really pushing towards helping out on alcohol and those who go through the struggle and that have not have nobody to talk to about it, or it's always good to have somebody else's perspective. I also wanted to do a bunch of other stuff, but I kind of just lost what my main focus needed to be. And part of me, for the biggest part, wanted it just to be sports and normal stuff and all around all that, but that's not the way. That's not the way for me. So more I'll be focusing on that stuff. What it's really like to go through quitting. Also dealing with loss. And the different stages of the world is the way it is today. For the longest time I didn't know what anxiety was. Never had it. Never dealt with it. Life was life. When I was drinking, nothing else really mattered. I was told, Chad, I would drink till, when it's my time to go, it's my time to go. But then the doctor and all my stuff happened, and, that changed my perspective. So, as much as I wish that I could drink still, it's probably not best for me. And I could definitely not go back to it now. Because if I did, the only reason I don't actually is because I fear that I'll not be able to stop again. That's the honest truth. Is because I think about it all the time. I mean, I'm sure most people do. And it's really, really hard. Especially if you're going through a breakup. Or you're going through some life drama, or you're losing in life or something. It's hard. It's hard to stay away from it. Remember my cousin, she told me I was a miracle, and I believe her. And that's part of the reason why I don't, want to give up or quit or lean into the drinking part. And it's, it's not as much being around drinking. I'm fine with that. Like, I'm more comfortable actually when I'm around people who are drinking than rather not. So that part, it doesn't really trigger me. It's just the missing out on all the stuff that I did, which, you can still do and have fun with everything. But for me, alcohol always made everything better and more fun, not gonna lie. I was what you call a functioning alcoholic. So it didn't set me back on anything I did. It wasn't like, he's just been drinking the whole time, blah, blah, blah. I mean, I did everything. It didn't matter. I was fine. If I woke up and I was still hungover, I was still fine. It didn't affect my work ethic or what I was doing. So, that was just me. Other people, they'll do it and they have different issues. And I'm sure I had my things. I drink a lot, so who knows? I kind of, everything went over my head. That's normally a lot of things in life because I don't really, the thing is, I don't really care about other people's opinion on stuff. But then when I was doing this and I was starting, I was like, man, in my head, I was just thinking, I'm not good enough. Why, why should I be on here? Why should I be talking to people all the time about stuff I only know a little bit about? I don't deserve that, or and dumbest thing ever. I mean, why would you even think that? Because why would it even matter? Because at the end of the day, if say Joe or Sarah, they don't like this, and it's not for them, and they think I just look like an idiot. Who cares? Uh, who who really does care about that? I mean, because I don't. Uh, but it was more of a me thing, a me. But I guess that's part of me. I'm a selfish guy. Uh, Always been a selfish guy. Normally am a selfish guy. But hey, that's what most alcoholics are, is they have a lot of selfish traits in them. But at the same time, it's hard to find a guy that's more giving and loving than me, myself. Who cares about people, that will give his heart to whatever he felt desired. So that's just a little bit of why I was gone. It's hard to explain. I needed to get some scripts and some different things down, but I needed to get out and put on a video and get back out there again. Because I stopped the grind. I stopped the grind. I didn't give up. I didn't quit. I stopped. I mean, I still was doing stuff. Still, mini grinding, but it's not the same. It's not what I was doing. It felt like I was just, but I didn't give up. Never give up. Never surrender. You don't got to be a quitter. I didn't quit drinking. I retired from drinking, so I'm still not a quitter. So I'm just retired. And sometimes you just need to retire to live a successful life. Because if you're working your whole life and you never retire, what is life? But there's also people that, will work their whole life, but those people aren't really working. That's just that they're living. Those people are choosing work as life. Life is sometimes the work you invest in. And it's different for everyone. Whether you own your own business, can make it completely different. That part is part of your life and part of what you're doing. It's all about progress, what we can do, can't do. Some of the thoughts that have gone through my head throughout all this time is, I should just give in. Man, this is hard. If I just gave in this one time, nobody would know. Don't do it. Don't do it. You know what? One more day. If I can just get through this next couple hours, I'll be fine. All right, let me get through this next hour. All right, I got through this hour. All right, let me get through this night. And you get through it and you make it to the next day and you move on. And there's a lot of that. That just, it's tough. It's tough. But one thing for sure is it's always good to have somebody to talk to when you're trying to go through these situations. I had a lot of people I could talk to. I had a lot of people that I could explain that, I just chose not to, because my close family, I didn't, and other people, they could never relate. I just didn't have I don't have a lot of people that either stopped drinking or, been real open about it. And so that's kind of why I'm disappointed in myself, because I started this thing and I want to be there for people and I want to help out. And I need to get myself right. Now I'd still have conversations with other people, and I think it's best to have conversations with people. You're trying to help out, whether you're talking for 2 minutes, 5 minutes, and whether you guys are just talking and going off each other. Sometimes you don't even have to be listening to the other person, or you don't have to have them listening to you as necessarily as knowing what you're meaning, but it's just you saying it and feeling you're getting that out, because nobody's truly going to understand what you're going through. Everybody's situation is different. Everybody deals with things different. So nothing is going to be the same. Now, there's a lot of similarities, and there's a lot of things and tips that people can help and give advice and whatnot. And that's what's good for about AA is, people can get out there and, that need that group that around them of people to build them up, of a community. But for me personally, that's just not it was never really a thing for me. It never helped out too much. It more for me personally. Now, other people, like I said, everybody's different. Everybody deals with things different. Prefer that, need that support. And I understand that. It's good to have support. That's the best thing to have in the world. And that probably could have helped me more on talking about through things and talking it out. But also at the time when I did, guess what? 6 months later, I was hit with COVID. There was limited anything on that stuff. So that made it even harder. There was some people at work that I would talk to, and I appreciate them, of just, what I was going through, because I knew I had a good enough relationship with them that I could talk to them about life and different things that were going on to where they weren't interjecting anything with me personally, because they didn't know of all the personal and the other people around me. It was more of a just me personal, and where I just talked about different things. And sometimes they give advice, and sometimes just listen. So that was always good, and I appreciate that for sure. But it's a struggle, and it's the struggle that remains for the rest of your life. Now, some people deal with it perfect, and they move on and they get stronger and they did this. Some people feel complacent. Some people feel like they're not ever making any progress. Like, there's a lot of times I feel like I've never made any progress in any of my mental health too. But so it's like a pyramid. When you're going through these struggles and you're going through all this and you don't think anything's going to get better, and you don't think your feelings are ever going to get better, and you're heartbroken, or you're demoralized, or you're just down on yourself because you just went to jail and you lost all your money, you just got in a wreck, lost your job, got divorced, many different things, and you want to go back to the bottom. And that's something easy to do. So easy to do. And there could be 1,000 different triggers, but you're feeling the lowest of the low, and you don't know what to do. At those times, it's very, very important to have somebody to talk to reach out to tell you it's going to be okay, that you can get through this, and not to be afraid to reach out to anybody. And so if anybody, is out there that listens to this or whatever, or that sees a clip or something like this, always know I'm there to talk about anything, anytime you want. Just mention it too. I mean, there might be some missed phone calls, but I think I go through my own thing to where, I don't know, I seclude myself on some things, because I know if I get to a certain point on different things, it's triggers. And I've learned how to deal with a lot of triggers lately. And Also, I decided to just get off all those drugs. I was prescribed, when you quit drinking, you get on these different things for staying addicted. And if you went to the hospital like me, now other people, they don't, they just want to quit for their own health and own being, because it's better for them, for their mind, body, and soul. It's better for them mentally. They quit for not a health reason, but maybe a mental health reason, or a physical, or could be emotional. Any of those, it doesn't matter the reason. Um,